What is the difference between Spanish missions and presidios? Imagine a story of two different but connected worlds in the early days of Spanish exploration. One was about spreading faith and culture, and the other about defending and controlling. That's what these two institutions were all about. Spanish missions were religious centers built by Catholic priests, mainly Franciscans, to convert indigenous peoples to Christianity. They weren't just churches. They were places where native people learned about Catholic beliefs, got an education, and learned new ways of farming and living. Missions were often small villages made from local materials, located near native settlements to make conversion easier. They aimed to change the way indigenous people lived and to show Spain's spiritual and territorial claims. Presidios, on the other hand, were military forts made to protect these missions and other Spanish interests. They housed soldiers who kept watch for hostile tribes or foreign enemies. Presidios were like strongholds on the frontier, built to defend the land and the people living there. They also helped keep trade routes safe and sometimes encouraged settlers to stay nearby. And like missions, Presidios didn't focus on religion or culture. Their main job was security. They were often large stone or wooden structures with walls, cannons, and soldiers ready to defend the area. So the main difference is purpose. Missions were about converting and teaching, while presidios were about protecting and controlling. Missions served as centers of faith, agriculture, and community life for native peoples. Presidios were military bases where soldiers lived and worked to keep everyone safe. Missions housed priests and converted indigenous peoples, while presidios housed soldiers and their families. In the bigger picture of Southwest Europe's influence, especially Spain, these two institutions worked together. Missions spread Catholicism and Spain's culture, showing the religious side of their empire. Presidios protected these efforts and the land itself, making sure Spain's claims stayed strong. Without the military support of presidios, missions might have been vulnerable to attack. Without missions, the military might have had less purpose in these new lands. They were like two sides of the same coin, helping Spain expand its reach and influence overseas through faith and force.